Alright, stop the Hellhorns. That Griftland looked real funny. Will we get more videos? I am contractually obliged to provide at least 6 videos, but yes. 2 hidden passages, 1 impish scholar, temper the strength of our units, and focus growth. Cool. Trader's Quill or Iron Dropcage? I don't like either of these. I kind of liked Griftland. Really glad to hear that. It's been the thing for like the past 2 weeks or so that I've just been not able to talk about. It's nice to be able to talk about it though. Thanks for the song to the intro. No problem, Izzy. I wanted to listen to them as well after the conversation this last stream. All right. So 2 ascend passages, hidden passages rather, in the base deck, like heavily running an ascend build seems like a good idea. Apply daze to units that are moved. Enemy units. Never mind, it's only enemy units. Cool. That are moved between floors outside of the ascension phase. So I can use this to like hidden passage to daze my enemies. So like overstack the top floor and then use this to nullify damage from big damage beaters. I'm gonna take the Iron Dropcage, try and run an ascension deck. I don't know if it's a thing, but let's try and make it a thing. So what am I gonna need here? Damage? Yeah, we have an Impish Scholar and 2 hidden passages and focus growths. Yeah, we're gonna need the damage. Time for my favorite game, Leviathan Locomotive. Ooh, can I come up with another one? Treacherous Train Cars. Nope. That's just train with all letters added to the end. Oh, stack build? Yeah, that's the general kind of idea I'm going to be going for here. Have you seen the artifact that removes Purge yet? Yes, it's an event artifact though. But yeah, I have seen it. I would like to get that event in a video because I have not managed yet to do that. Cryptid Crossrails? Ooh, that'll do. That'll do as well. Cryptid Carriages would also do. Hornbreaker needs to get a kill at some point. Winning Raps Hour is the desirable void of the Oxford Comic going extremely well, Kagray, extremely well. And yourself? I'm gonna set up my ascend on the top floor. Torch you. General idea here is that I'll get another Train Steward and 2 torches next floor. So Train Steward and 2 torches will get this enemy down to 14 by the time they go up to the Hornbreaker Prince, and then they'll die to that and get slain. All I need to do is start getting some damage off here. Unfortunately, the Apprentice of Light has Slay, damage shield. No, it's not going to gain damage shield. It's fine. But yeah. Ooh, that's our first Slay. Beautiful. They will one-hit the champ. It's whether or not I have another unit to put in front of it at that point. This is not the draw that I was looking for. Oh well. I think that's basically all I can really do this turn. Well, I mean, I can sack the Impish Scholar as well. It's just, if the Apprentice like kills an Impish Scholar, then it gets damage shield, which is going to be a problem. Do you have any explanation for your predictive text? What part of it? They're all different parts of different conversations I've had in the past. It got removed today. I got it today and also removed the consume from Thy Holy Shield. Yeah, that's the event that triggers it. Thy Holy Shield, Thy Holy Blade, and then the other one that I can't remember that just instantly kills a minion. They all have Purge, and then 2 events later, if you haven't used them. 2 events later, 2 combats later, if you haven't used them, you get the artifacts. So you hold on to them. It's kind of like a Hef the Blacksmith kind of situation as well. It's like an event that has a long tail effect as well. I mean, rationalize it as a sentence in its entirety. I think it does that itself. Isn't it that straightforward? Can't you tell what it means? It's, oh man, this is so clear. I think I can't really play anything here. If I ever lose an Impish Scholar, I'm just giving them back stuff. I love the events that have a callback. Me too. I hope there are more of those in the main full game. Boom. can only watch on 1080p. For some reason, I'm lagging super hard. Does anyone know if I can forcibly reduce quality? I do not, but there might be someone who can help you with that, and I hope they can. Yeah, this will just apply days to you, so you'll just get died. Alright. Impish Scholar. I'll sack it in the front line here. Resulted in 25 damage shield against the Seraph. Yeah, alright, okay, yes, those were the screenshots that I saw then. It's auto set until partner, unfortunately. Oh, I thought it was until affiliate, but oh, if it's until partner, that's a problem. The quality is 1080, but Ryan streams at 60 FPS because he's an affiliate and not partner. It's not possible to change the settings of the stream yourself. Oh, I do apologize about that, Fishes. But, maybe you won't have to wait that long. I know nothing. I have no, like, backside. I have no backside information. I've never seen a bot in my life. I have no background, behind the scenes information. It's more just, I applied previously about, like, 2 weeks ago, and they said no. But then they said, demonstrate consistency for a month and then reapply. So I'm gonna do that. Ritual of Battle, Endflame. I like Endflame a lot more than Ritual of Battle. Like, a lot more. Too much more. It's too much better. Vine Grasp, Sting, and Restoration Detonation. Restoration Detonation has always been just really, really unappealing to me. It's probably none. It could theoretically be like a Vine Grasp. Because when you ascend a unit, it goes to the back of the party, but you might want to move it to the front as well. For the sake of a slay. Yeah, it's too much of an edge case. What do they mean by consistency? Viewer count, scheduled streams? I don't see the problem here. It's more like streaming more commonly. These are cards. I mean, if I can ascend my own units, why not get like a Husk Hermit or a Branded Warrior here? Husk Hermit, and then I would need to upgrade it a bunch. We're thinking that Ryan Kriparian changed his FPS to 50 so he could drop his bit rate to 2400. The extra 10 frames aren't significant, but game he plays, and so for yours either. That is fairly true. Just got here. What deck is Rhapsody building? Nothing yet. I have the 2 Hidden Passages, 2 Focus Growths, and an Impish Scholar put in my deck by the start. I picked up an Inflame. That's all. Branded Warrior to clone the multi-striker run this morning. That was so good. Oh, I'm so glad that I actually got like a good Branded Warrior run. Finally. I always looked at this minion and I was like, I know you got potential. I just don't know how. I should pick up a minion. Definitely. If I'm overstacking, applying 2 rage to friendly units is a lot. I'm gonna go with the Branded Warrior. Let's do it. Thorny Boy for in front of your hero. I mean, I do have the Focus Growth, so I would have had the ability to heal that a bunch. Yeah, that's a reasonable option as well. Forge your units to gain your powers. I probably want to forge my spells instead. Double stack is really good. Holdover is really good. Cost reduction is really good. Cost reduction and holdover is really good because I put that on an hidden passage and I just ascend a unit every turn. Also gives me another choice of a Hellhound unit. I'd be looking for a... I always forget their name. Armor Beater? Do enemies overstack also cap at 7 units? Yes, apparently. Hey, I just saw your initial, your upload Grift World. What are your initial thoughts on it? My initial thoughts on it are that all of the numbers are a little low. Like for every card and for the upgrades of every card, that the numbers are a little low. the world is extremely well built and the characters are very, very interesting. It's just I always feel like every card I play, I'm like, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing until I win. So I think it's something that, like, the more experience I gain with the game, I'm going to be able to appreciate the difference. It's just like, you know, going from a game where, you know, you do 100 damage in a turn, or another game where you can do like 9,000 damage in a turn, to one where I'm oftentimes doing 2. Does mean that the fights are a lot slower than fights in other games, but also maybe I just don't know strategies to make fights faster yet. That's the biggest thing that's been leaping out to me constantly with it. Also, obviously, Clay's consistent, well-polished veneer of every game. That immediately runs to me as well. Love Clay for that. They've also got a consistent update schedule. They're going to be like consistently releasing updates and balance patches and stuff like that. And being Clay, you can imagine that, yeah, that's going to be consistent. They did it with Oxygen Not Included. They did it with Don't Starve. They did it with Invisible Ink for a short period of time because that wasn't like a long tail support game. But yeah. Also, yeah, it's a daily series as well. Level 1 character should be a level 1 character, though. That's true. I haven't leveled up any of my characters, and I haven't unlocked anything with them, so I don't necessarily have access to all of the cards and stuff like... Ooh, baby! I've never actually managed to run this card. Well, once. Rage on friendly units adds an additional +2 damage per stack. Yes! And then I'm gonna just overstack that on a floor with the Branded Warrior. Now what I need to do is get the Branded Warrior to be quick. And I need a frontline unit for the top floor. That's it. I'm done then. Permafrost. They're also one of the few developers who are consistent on other platforms. They've constantly updated for Don't Starve on PlayStation. I'm really glad to hear that. The Brute can be on the front line, 35 HP. Oh, that is true! Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about that. Huh. No, you're, yeah, 100% right. Alright. Let's reduce the cost of... I want to reduce the cost of Enflame. And then I'll give Permafrost to a Hidden Passage. Because I don't always need to play a Hidden Passage, but I would always like to be able to play a Hidden Passage, if that makes sense. Hey, Raps, great to see you live again. Thanks for making my workday go faster. No problem, Chase. Right. Let's go. Enemies enter with armor 6. I'm gonna have to set up on the bottom floor here because these enemies are going to... Well, actually, hang on. Yeah, if they come in with armor 6, I can't use torches to kill them. So I need to set up on the bottom floor so I can actually start taking these out before they put all of their scourges in my deck. It's for a unit banner. The more units I get, the far better this build is going to become because I can upgrade the hidden passages. After Slay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but the only problem is, like, Hornbreaker Prince, Branded Warrior, and the Deranged Brute can't go on the same floor. Nice to catch you live. What relic did you start with? I started with the Iron Drop Cage. Applied daze to enemy units that are moved between floors outside of the Ascension phase. Do that. Middle floor. So middle floor just means that I get to accept 2 Scourges every turn? I could do that. I could do that. I am Mergir Burb. Lamagaya Burb? Lamagaya Burb. I am not able to pass that name, but oh wow, I caught you live, been watching you on YouTube for years, but never got into Twitch. This is me getting into Twitch as well, so we'll do it together, bud. We'll do it together. You could send 1 weak unit turn 1 if you're lucky enough. Oh, okay. Okay, start the slays on the second. Yeah, okay, so I'm not accepting that many. Can't go bottom because of the ascending card. Yeah, but I have to go bottom so that I don't take that many scourges. This is the whole thing that I'm going on. What's the boss effect this run? It tempers the strength of my unit, so it's -5 to your damage and -5 to your health. I want another unit. Gives me a lot more to overstack with. It's pronounced Lam, Guy, and It. Lamagaya Burb. Lamagaya Burb. Keep that in mind. Eee. Well, that's no ascend on the turn 1. Still fine for middle floor though. The big problem with going middle floor is that I put these 2 units here, then I draw my deranged brute, I ascend it, the deranged brute's at the back of the party. It's not acting as a tank at that point, which basically just means I constantly have to heal my Hornbreaker or something like that. It would need to be 1 on each floor. Also, then I can ascend. Okay, okay. So then I can send the Prince and Warrior next turn, says Apesleon. So what, like I put both down here on the bottom floor. They get the Slay on the Disciple Protector. Then I put the Train Steward on this floor. Then next turn, I guess I hope to draw the Deranged Brute, but even if I don't, like, I have the Train Steward, I can ascend my units to go behind it. I have 2 ascends in the deck. Okay. Okay, I'm more into that, I'm more into that. Hey, Rap in chat. Hey, Groovy Hysteria. How's it going? I want the Slay on the Branded Warrior more than the Hornbreaker, right? Because this will give rage to both of them, and then the rage is more powerful based on the Deranged Brute. Or should I just collect the Slay from the Hornbreaker Prince? They'll both end up slaying things. 3 rage is 2 times less than the 10 you get from Horn. It's... Well, I mean, it's 2 rage on each of them. So that's 8 damage. But then when I get the Deranged Brute out, it is 16. Okay. Train Steward definitely goes there. Each rage is 1 damage. No, rage is 2. Yeah, but rage decays. It does. It does, but we're going to be using it this entire run. Ooh, Sinner's Burden I can't really do anything about. Do I just lose the Collector here? Miss out on 50 gold? Or I can Derange Brute, hold the Hidden Passage for another turn, and just play the Train Steward on the top floor. Is this an update? No. Deranged Brute it's been in the game. It's been there. It's just, I hadn't got it before. Okay, so those 2 are gonna kill the frontliner. Let's get you to kill another one. Focus growth. Nothing burned. Okay, get a Sinner's Burden out of there. Yeah, the Deranged Brute just seems to be rare. Is it, like, actually, like, classed as... Yeah, it's classed as a rare card. Wild. I didn't know there were rare well, did I know there were rare minions? No, I don't think I knew there were rare minions, actually. Get up there. Beautiful. Deranged has your favorite character design by far so far? Yeah, it is... Oh, that's like a Dark Souls demon right there. Transcendimp is rare. I always think of Transcendimp as a spell though, rather than as a minion. This is why we need the logbook. I know. Someone asked me yesterday what my favorite card in Monster Train is, and I can't answer that without a logbook. I need to look at all the cards and then go, probably that one. March of Shields, move a unit to the front and apply armor 10. That's a really good way not only to displace my enemy unit, well, it's a bad way to displace my enemy units, but it is a good way to reorganize my own units after they ascend in a bad order. Hey, VC, how's it going? I need to start watching Monster Train, haven't watched a single episode yet. Well, then... Wait, hang on, have you seen the streams? Or this is a deck building roguelike set on multiple different stacked vertical battlefields. Is usually my short pitch for it. I don't need any of this. Another branded warrior? Maybe an alpha friend. Maybe a husk hermit. Branded warriors get slays, then the husk hermit is pretty lethal. Let's see how well this one works for us. We don't have enough money to forge anything over here effectively. Whereas cost reduction over here is still pretty good. Alright, we go out this way. Let's look at the options here first. Double stack. Oh, unfortunate. Rhapsody, could you please go over what the Drained Brute has done? Cool. Rage on friendly units adds an additional +2 damage per stack. And Rage itself is 2 damage per stack by base. Hopefully the event is money so that I can take double stack, because that on End Flame would be really good right now. There's like, what? 2 money events? 1 money event? This is not it. Let's purge a restore. Because we have the 2 focus growths, I think we can do this. Rare Hellhorns, come on. 1 Hornstone. It's good. It's not bad, it's good. I'm happy with it, it's just not 1 Hornstone. Another branded warrior? Yeah. Send magic power and +1 energy. I could have like double upgraded a glimmer. Got it absolutely ridiculous here. I might want to remove 2 though. New kind of wishes the gold counted for more score than it does. It's kind of 1 point right now. Yeah, it is 1 point per gold. It's a little low, I will agree. You're diluting your ascends a lot. That's why I need to start cutting some stuff here. Let's get a restore. Maybe 2 restores out of here, actually. Brand is so good. Now you need the multi-strike demon relic. If I could get that, like, the run's done at that point. Grug's Goad is the name of the relic you're talking about as well. I'm starting to lock him away in there. Soon I'll be able to play this game in Thai. So you have like those 2 classes. Can you unlock more? These 2 classes are the only one that are currently available in the build I'm playing, the public beta. The private beta and the developer beta have more of them unlocked. When do you not want Grug's Goad? When you're going for like a spike deck and you don't have any demons, but that's about it. The only problem with top floor here is that I need like deranged and then Husk Hermit, but the Husk Hermit has to go behind the branded warriors. So like I put the Husk Hermit on this floor, like deranged Hornbreaker on the top floor, Husk Hermit in the middle, and then I'm reliant on drawing an ascend. Lamagaya Bub? I think I remember how to pronounce that. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes and chat and welcome to the Republic. What phone keyboard do you have that wrote that predictive text? Swift key on the Pixel. Horn middle, brute bottom, you have March of Shields. Horn middle, brute bottom, I have March of Shields. But then, if I don't draw anything hugely defensive next turn, I just die. This will take 5 damage. Actually, no. Horn middle will lose to the constructed explosive. It'll just kill it. I think the deranged route goes there. I don't think anything changes that one. You go there, bud. You're all good. Let's put a Hornbreaker behind you. Husk on this floor. It'll take 10 damage this turn. That's fine. So is there a way to watch the developers beta somewhere? Yes, the developers themselves stream on Twitch and YouTube, I think. You should be able to find their streams on Twitch. Is it Good Shepherd Entertainment? Why sack Husk? It's big. Oh, yeah, because I didn't. It's not about sacking a unit here that I'm trying to do. It's about getting the Husk Hermit to the top floor. Well, it doesn't look like I'll be doing that. Actually, no, I can focus growth heal you. And then Branded Warrior ascend my Branded Warrior. Yeah. Branded, get ascended. Okay. And then next turn I can ascend this Husk Hermit. Good. So my front line taken care of at this point. Honestly, I don't think there's anything else that I need to worry about, right? $17, $17, $15, $32, gonna be short. Branded Warrior, so the Branded Warrior will get the kill on the Forge Disciple. And then the Husk Hermit will kill both of the remaining ones. So I'll kill one of you, because that'll just save 4 damage on my Deranged Brute. Husk Hermit just prevented 2 slays last turn. Yeah, but it needed to do that so I could get it in position to be behind the Branded Warrior and the Hornbreaker Prince, so it's not preventing their slays. Okay, do that. Get an Impish Scholar for another one. Do it again. Nice. I could send a Train Steward up to the next floor, but the thing is, like, we have another Branded Warrior. So I may want to keep this hidden passage for that, because this has Permafrost, obviously. It might be time to just sack 2 Train Stewards. Yeah. We'll throw them on the bottom floor. I can't throw them on the middle floor. Well, I could throw them on the middle floor, because one of them would die. But I do want all of these to get to the top floor for the sake of the slays. I just want to say I'm super happy where the channel is going, as a whole is going. Multiple new super interesting games, and you seem as if you're really enjoying them too, which makes it better. I am. I'm very, very, very pleased with the direction of the channel recently as well myself. Couldn't be more pleased, frankly. Let's get you up to the top there, End Flame, and we're off to the races. What do you think about a versus mode where you fight each other? I know that people have been asking about that. Anytime there is a game like this, people ask about that kind of a mode. I thought it wasn't possible in Darkest Dungeon to have a mode like that, and now they're releasing a mode like that. So, previously I would have said, I don't know if that's possible, but I guess it might be. The developers have a more full imagination of what can happen in this game than I do. Alright. That'll get him. How does that work in Darkest Dungeon? I have no clue. I just know that they're releasing DLC that does PvP in Darkest Dungeon. Interestingly, an additional capacity each floor is huge because it means that I have 5 pips. Sorry, I have 5 pips at the moment, so I'll have 6 pips total. So I'll have the ability to stack 3 units on a floor before I have to start using my ascends. Makes my setup a lot easier. You thought it was an April Fool's? It was, and then they made it. Ooh. Oh, last stand to consume double the amount of rage on friendly units. Baby? Thought they were just working on DD2. Same. Evidently, we were all punked. Maybe it's Dark Deal. Dark Deal is way more initially powerful. Like, I have to wait until I'm almost always winning the fights already before the last stand actually becomes useful here. Good day, thee Raps, and unto thee as well, Arcus of Brambles. Yeah, it's Deal. Wheel and deal. Govlon wheel, Govlon deal. I don't need a Steelworker anymore, I'm fine. Dark Deal also speeds up when the last stand's useful. Yeah, the next last stand would be a great pickup. Do we dupe and get ourselves a second deranged brute? Put them on the same floor? Big tanky units? Or do we get an artifact and forge our spells? I think it's 135 to purchase the big thing here. You'd go right for the double removal. Double removal is useful here as well. What is the deck archetype for this run? The deck archetype for this run is kind of Rage Overstack. So the idea is we have this deranged brute. Rage on friendly units adds a +2 damage per stack. And then we put the deranged brute on that floor, and then everyone else goes up behind it. The branded warriors giving rage to friendly units. Obviously the Hornbreaker Prince and Dark Deal. Just getting a bunch of slays off. And then the hidden ascends, the hidden passages to ascend my units as well. JetSC91, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. If you develop Darkest Dungeon 2, what will you make? I think I'll leave it up to Red Hook, actually. Give a spell Holdover. On Enflame or Dark Deal? After playing a spell, spells in your hand with a lower energy cost are free for the turn. I have 1 2-cost spell. So that's the only thing that would actually help the others. But there are more expensive spells that I would plan to pick up, like a One-Horn's Tome, like a Last Stand. Maybe it's still worthwhile. Split Anvil, then go for X-cost spells. Oh, does that work? What, you play an X-cost and it makes all the others free? I haven't tried that myself. 1 2-cost, lots of 0-cost. It means you can pick up future costly spells with much less concern. Yeah, that's my consideration. Yes, it works. Oh, perfect. Thank you for the information, Rawson. Also, hello, Lily. Yeah. Let's try it. And then holdover on... Having more armor generation, I think, is going to be more important. Our damage is pretty easily generated. It's just we need our frontline unit, the Deranged Brood, to be pretty healthy. And this plus cycling around to the March of Shields commonly enough should be better. Then here it's probably remove a restore, holdover ascend. I don't always want to ascend anyone each turn, and holdover only works if you play it, so it returns to your next hand if played. What good is the imp for? Nothing at the moment. But the imp at least cycles itself out of the deck when I play it, whereas these spells do not. So they're the ones that I'm thinking about removing first. Move Torch and Steward. I was thinking Restore and something because of the double focus growths and the heavy focus that we have on armor. Like a Restore and Torch. Alright. That'll do. None of us enemy units heal all health when they move up a floor. Yeah, we only kill enemies on one floor, so that doesn't change anything. For us, not really. This is not a great opening hand. Guess I'm gonna Horn Break. Husk Hermit, throw out a March of Shields. Then I can torch the Clipped Conduit here actually to give myself another turn for setup. Or if I kill the Quill Marksman, then I take like very little damage and these two just run away. That's fine. Branded Warrior. That's unfortunate. I was looking for the Deranged Brute to go in the frontliner here. I'm going to throw the End Flame on Husk Hermit here so that I can actually get a kill on the Collector. Let's draw first, because I'm not doing anything. Well, am I doing anything? No, I'll use the torch later. It's fine. Okay, so Enflame you, Branded Warrior on this floor, and torch you. We're setting up the Branded Warrior for an ascend. Yeah, I still haven't done anything with the pointy boys. Sorry. I'll sort it out. Just takes a while. This is really unfortunate. This Clipped Guardian is going to do a bunch of damage to us here. The Brandon's only 2 spots. Why not put him directly on the top floor? Because I've already gone past the March of Shields in this cycle, so I'm going to need the Deranged Brute out in front and its 2 pips. So I can only play the Deranged Brute out in front where I can ascend Branded Warriors to get to the back. Because when you ascend a unit, it moves to the back of the room. You can march it in front. I've already gone past March this cycle, but you're right. I'm near the bottom of my deck anyway, so I'll be back to March in no time. I have to do it that way, but the consideration was because I'd already drawn March in this cycle. Also, because I'm just going to need more damage on that floor. I'm not going to have enough damage on that floor, though. Like, I put the Clipped Guardian out here, right? Sorry, the Branded Warrior out in the back, and then I ascend this one, and that's still not enough damage to take out this Clipped Guardian. So then I'm waiting for Deranged Brute. Hidden Passage, that's likely the next... Okay, fine. Well, we'll try it like this. So, you go there... You get ascended. I guess because you're currently in the front line, you can get Enflamed. They're all coming up too as well, by the way. This is gonna suck. Dr. Eel will help. Let's hope. I didn't get Dark Deal in the hand. Yeah, no Dark Deal for me. Fine. This is gonna suck. Ascend the Clipped? So it would take 30 damage to the Pyre and then attack it a bunch of times? Yeah. But then I still wanted to set up my Deranged Brute. I'm gonna lose the Hornbreaker Prince here, it looks like. Didn't have enough health. All right. Killed my own unit. Cool. Ryan. I felt like I had too many units. That's what was going on there. Howdy, Rita. Focus growth and see what you get. I guess I have to. Wouldn't have stopped me taking this damage though. Ouch. Oh, yikes. Let's move you out front first. Warrior, I guess, is being taken. Okay. Let's throw the End Flame out on the front line because I'll be doing that 2 times here. Get the Impish Scholar out of the deck because I don't need it back. Okay. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. Ascend the Imp? But why would I not just leave the Ascend in hand for the train suits I can throw up? So both of those on there. So now we're up to 75 on the front line. Yeah, we should be fine here. And we are. Beautiful. Send the boss to daze it. I want another turn of drawing cards, Toxic Tree. Particularly, I get another End Flame if I don't do that yet. I could have gotten a Dark Deal as well. That train steward saved you? Certainly took the last hit. Your buy against plus 40 HP. Thank you. That was just to erase all the errors that I made there. Tyson Climb, ascend a unit, apply daze 2. So now I ascend and apply daze 3 with the Iron Drop Gauge? Yeah, because I'm building up on the top floor. That'll allow me to ascend something to the Pyre Room and just kill it a lot of the time. I don't need any of these, though. Ram? Like, I have some armor in the deck, but it's not like I have a ridiculous amount. Got a repeated End Flame, and I've got a March of Shields. I've also got the Alloy of Ancients. It gets worn down pretty quickly, though, because the Alloy of Ancients is consumed. Alright, so I can get some health for my Pyre over here, as well as a remove and a duplicate. I think I need to duplicate to get another Deranged Brute, just so that I have the ability to more commonly get a Deranged Brute for the top floor first. Artifact? Artifacts could be good, but I'm probably going to want to get my artifacts from a Merchant of Trinket later on. More options. Sorry about that. I can conclude that my rats do not enjoy your stream. Oh my god. How did they not know the tactical depths of this game? Alright. Torch Steward if you're duping unit. Yeah, no, I'll dupe a Torch here. Torches are really important. So we'll dupe that Torch. Dupe a Train Steward? I don't know. Maybe it's another Torch. Because the train stewards at least cycle themselves out. Okay, I'm going to dupe that Torch. And then finally, I will get the Deranged Brute removed from the deck. Don't want it anymore. Slay to gain armor? No, I think we just stick with Slay to gain damage, I think. Dupe the Imp, gotta get that ally. You're right, I should have done it. Start a battle, enemy units appear on each floor. So these are the clipped ones. You can't give me... You can't give me stealth units on the top floor, right? I'm pretty sure it just gives you the sycophants here. Stealth top floor? I don't think it can do that. the money? Okay. So I didn't think they could do that, and it makes sense because they can't. Let's go Hornbreaker. Ask Hermit. Give you some armor. Sack the Impish Scholar, get it back. Give you some armor again. That's all I can do right now. That's all I can do right now. Can you post cats and good dogs? You can. The description at the top of good dogs makes it clear that for the sake of that chat room, all animals are considered dogs. It's just for simplicity's sake that we refer to them all as good dogs. I have 2 of them in the deck and I still can't draw one for the absolute life of me. Rude. Okay. Thankfully, March is still in the deck at least. Sack the train sewers now. I could do that. Okay. It'll kill a 5-2. My front 2 units are the only ones with slay triggers, so I don't need the one in the back to kill here. Okay. Let's go Brute, ascend you with that. Dark Deal my branded warrior again? I'm not gonna make that mistake. I made that mistake 1 time. That's enough times for me, thank you. We should have March of Shield soon. As in, literally, it should definitely be in this hand. There you are. But I think I'm going to Derange Brute, ascend you, rather than do anything there. That's good enough for me. Alright. Ooh, do it again? Let's go Branded Warrior. Ascend you. You want missing health? No? Cool. March of Shield, too expensive. I'm not playing it in this cycle, I just want to get everything on the top floor. Okay. Tiresome Climb, apply days 3. That'll... You got killed. Made on the bottom floor to sack it. A Silent Marksman to continue to the top floor. Yeah, I have nothing else to ascend at this point. You go up. And you die. Ooh, Dark Deal. So that's 110 damage on the Husk Hermit. March of Shield first, makes ascent free. Oh! Was I not... Yeah, no, I was ascending a Brute that turn. Yeah, no, I should have been able to do that. You're right. You're right, you're right. That's a lot of sweet damage right there, 152. Let's see if it's enough. Oh my god, it's actually not enough right now. Let's get a Brute to the front. There we go, now everything's fine again. Weird. What are those units behind the Awoken unit? The branded ones? I don't necessarily know which ones you're talking about. If it's the branded warriors, they have Rage 3 Slay, apply 2 rage to friendly units. Or if you're talking about the deranged brutes, then they are rage on friendly units, adds an additional +2 damage per stack. Skip. It's probably a skip here. We already have a Tiresome Climb and 2 Ascents in the deck. We don't need it. Take the Reinforced Barricade. Hey, Lightheart Gaming. How's it going, bud? I'll pass. Pyagro. Pyagro could hit March of Shields? Tiresome Climb? It actually doesn't have that many good targets. It doesn't have that many good targets, though. Consume, consume, consume. 0 cost, consume, consume. Play it every single turn, so the likelihood that I'm going to get it back with a Pyagro is quite low. Focused, like, these are just 1 costs. 1 costs. Consume, consume. 2 costs, 2 costs. These 2 it's actually effective on. 1 cost, and then all of those are consumed. So I don't think we need the Pyagro at this point. It's acceleration for setup and draw otherwise. Is it necessarily acceleration for setup? Because if I draw it instead of another card, I have to use the Pyagro to see. The Pyagro effectively becomes what's in the box. I have to play it with 1 of my energy just so I can see what it might get. And if it gets something I don't want to play, like an Ascend that I don't want to play on that turn, that's a whiff. Notice Exiled King? Seishin has made me notice. Exiled King. Seishin has brought my attention to it. Alright, over this way, definitely. Oof, don't have stream quality options today. I don't know why. They give that to me on some... Well, I do know why. It's because I'm not a partner. They give that to me on some days and not other days. When you summon your second unit during your turn, gain 2 energy. That's actually really good for us in our setup time. Engraft could get to be free after. Yes, it could, but it isn't at the moment. Well, I mean, it does replace its energy. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Cut a torch. And cut a train steward. I need to stop highlighting messages. I only have 12k points left. It's gonna drain you absolutely dry at that rate. Remove 2 more cards from the deck at this point? I think so, actually. Let's get the other train stewards out of here. They've outlived their usefulness already. This will just make our first cycle a lot better for setting up initially, because it's only 16 cards. Fel will empower these with Rage, and they have multi-strike by base. Oh, setting up on the top floor just became harder because this Alabaster Guardian get the double strike already. Rude. Actually, extremely rude. Okay, never mind. It's fine. We'll play Warrior. Warrior gives us 2 energy back. I'll play the Brute. Seraph, I'm sad to say that I won't be able to catch your stream today because of the constant buffering. Hopefully I can some other time. I'm sorry about the VCVC. Sorry to hear that. I'll pop a Hornbreak Prince on this floor and send it later. So I have my Ascend already. Beautiful. Let's March of Shields you for the defense. Then I can play my Enflame and Hidden Passage for free. The Enflames should just go on the Deranged Brute, literally just for the sake of being a little bit more armor. And I'm just sacking the Husk Hermit. Honestly, at this point, I don't think I need the Husk Hermit anymore. It's good at sweep, but when I overstack with enough units, I effectively have sweep just by having enough strikes. Isn't the VOD on YouTube always just 1 run per stream? No, it can be 2. It really depends. It's just like, there's supposed to be, if there's something novel, and I mean novel as in like new, I mean like literal definition. If there's something novel about the run, then I'll clip it, even if it's not a win. But most of them have turned out to be wins because, you know, if you do get something interesting that works well together, oftentimes it results in a win. Let's Derringe, and then send you to the top floor. That'll do. Back in the day, Dolphin Chemist said they gave out options to affiliates based on availability. Yeah, that makes sense. Guess availability just must be low today. That's a lot of damage the enemies intend to do to me here. Rude. I don't want you to do that much damage to me, actually. So why don't you just get ascended? I could ascend the other one as well, but at this point, it'll get it slain by a branded warrior, and that's +2 rage to everyone on this floor, which is a lot. Is this the second run? No, this is the first run still. I like to take my sweet time, as it turns out. Yeah, that'll do. Throw away an Impish Scholar here for the Alloy of the Ancients back. Should I tiresome climb anyone? I mean, I could tiresome climb the Clipped Guardian, but again, I just want to get some slays off, so no. I'm gonna tiresome climb you. Stay on this floor so I can deal more damage to you. What Seraph is at this time, it will temper the strength of our units. -5 to our health and -5 to our defense. I like this the most out of all of the Seraph things that you can get because it locks you out of the fewest builds. Tire the boss already did. Perfect. That'll do. Fun so much watching you like I always do, and this game brings a little fun back into my life. Thank you, Ryan. No problem, my bro. It's bringing fun into my life at the moment as well. Alright. Another tiresome climb, no need. It's probably just End Flame at this point. Start with the focus growth for the draw, just in case it changes my mind. No, it's End Flame. Perfect. Perhaps happy to catch you? Happy to be caught, sorry, Shadowblood. Flex and double ascend the boss. I mean, I can ascend it this round. Can definitely afford to ascend it this round. Head up there. That's a lot of damage we're about to deal to it. Always climb there, your other spells would become free. That's true, but like dazing the boss doesn't actually really do anything at this point, so it doesn't matter if I use the bigger one or the smaller one. Can you ascend the boss into the Pyre Room in this phase? No. But my understanding is you can do that in the final phase. Okay, beautiful. You know what? Screw you. Go to the top floor. Die. Got him. The daze carries over to the final phase. Yeah, I was expecting not to need it because the whole floor, like a couple of ascends that it was going to have to do to get up to me. But yeah, especially if I was just going to be ascending them constantly. It's completely different there. Eon Samal, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. My HD TV died today playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. How? Is that good or is it nostalgia? I need to know. Because I've never played a single Final Fantasy or any related project. And all of my friends who are telling me that it's very, very good grew up with Final Fantasies. So I could see the possibility of blinkers being placed on them. It's downright good. Would it be a good person, like, would it be good for someone to leap into the series? I think is the question I'm asking. Light of Seraph for the extra draw is nice. The Fell's Remorse for the extra energy is a little, like, it's not super necessary. The fact that in the first, like, this is most needed in our first cycle. But our first cycle also has the Hell's Banners and all of the minions in our deck, so we're already using that as our energy pump. Hello, Rhapsody plays in chat. Long-time follower on YouTube. Nice to find out what it's like. Nice to find out it's time to renew my sub. Much appreciated, Ianson. Good to have you here. I think it's the draw. Oh, time him! I can't play the tome by base. I need to upgrade it, but I'm totally focused on upgrading it at this point. All this to say, yes, definitely jump into the series with it. Okay. That's a ringing endorsement right there. Can't upgrade it here. I've got a Merchant of Magic. No, I don't have I don't have another Merchant of Magic before the... Oh, you... I don't have another Merchant of Magic before the end of the game. I wish you could close card selection so that you could look forward to your next floors rather than having to memorize all of them before you make any card selections. But still. Well, Rap, screwed yourself. I mean, it's one card in a 17 card deck. I'm fine. I'll be okay. I'll live. I won't be able to use it for anything though, so I may as well remove it. Probably the Husk Hermit at this point. Friendlies enter with armor 5. Friendlies enter with armor 5 is actually really good because it enables me to hit a branded warrior with a dark deal. Get the game and just lose yourself to the story and music. Ooh. Those are usually two elements of most games that just go straight over my head. Rip Rhapsody, I'll live plays. I want that as my epitaph. I'll live. I'll get over it. Does Talisman affect shield? No. The Tempered Talisman's magic power does not affect armor. If that's what you're talking about. It'll only affect direct health and damage. Magic Powers Tooltip says increases the amount of damage dealt and health restored by spells. It exclusively means those. But it does buff the Dark Deal's damage? Yeah, it does, exactly. I'll take the Scorched Shield there, definitely. What do you got for me, event? Okay. Who's getting big? It's a big Ragey, a big Branded Warrior, or a Derangey? Derangey for the frontline, Branded Warrior for more slays. Small Reflection of Brute? I can still only play 3 units naturally on the same floor, so Small Reflection it does nothing. Unless it was 3 size going down to 1. Unless I'm saving 2 pips, I'm saving none at this point. More Dark Deals without kill. Okay, yeah, more Dark Deals without killing my Branded Warrior. That sounds good. That sounds great to me. It isn't a good idea, but the imp. Alright. Sell me on an Umbreonic. Sell me on why it's not the imp. Otherwise, I'm going to go back and I'll choose the imp. Alright, let's get the Husk Hermit out of the deck and One Horn's Tome, as much as I'm sad to do so. You served us well for a total of 40 seconds there. So the conflict will start again. You brightened up my day today. Had a dispute with my girlfriend today. I'm kind of sad, but you helped me be a little happier. Thanks for that. My pleasure, Shadow Blood. We all have some stuff, especially at the moment, that kind of not want to be thinking about. And on my part, doing this helps me not think about those kinds of things. And I'm glad that I can provide that to others as well. Spikes 4, that will kill a lot of my units. My units will come in with 5 armor, but that'll kill. Also, these Dark Wings will deal like 5 damage to my front enemy, my front unit when they die. I can't take this. It'd be irresponsible to take that. I can't do it. I'm mad that I can't do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not pleased about it, but I can't do it. Okay. Horn Break. Brands. Another brand. And then we just wait to ascend. This guy and his trample killed a surprising amount of runs for me. Yeah, I had a lot of runs where I was trying to save... Ooh, hang on one sec. Let me figure out what I'm doing this turn, and then I'll continue the conversation. You can go up to the next floor. Endflame has to be played this turn, so I'm not playing Impish Scholar, I think. Endflame has to be played this turn, so I get to play it next turn, and the turn after, and the turn after, etc., etc., etc. So on and so forth until the heat death of the universe. And maybe a little past that. Okay. Yeah, the trample has killed a bunch of runs where I had like imps as like I one backline imp, one backline unit, and then a bunch of imps in the front line just to try and protect it, like buffer hits. And no, trample doesn't care about that. Trample doesn't care what your plans were. Trample hates you. I'm gonna go to the next floor. Drained Fruit's taking a whole mess of damage right now, unfortunately. How do you handle hard days? I struggle to do anything in these days because all my energy is drained for me. Irresponsibly is how I handle hard days. I am not a role model for how to handle harder days. Extremely not. Let's send you to the front line. I should have played the Impish Scholar first. I would have saved another energy. Not that I need to. I mean, I can draw extra cards. Not that I need them, though. March again. Decent setup. Can the reflection event appear twice in a run? I don't think it can. But there is a large stone that you can purchase from the merchant. So you can have a large stone and you can have the major reflection both on the same character, and they get big G, 2 G's, first capitalized, second lowercase. Big G. Ah, there we go. Starting to get the end flames again. That's all I needed. The imp would have carried the battle if he made him big. You're right. Otherwise, without that, I'm gonna lose this battle. That's not the unit I was targeting with that video game, and you know it. When units are overstacked, it can be really easy to hit the wrong unit because you're looking at this hitbox, but the hitbox actually isn't defined by that. Like, I'm technically looking at the Hornbreaker Prince right now, and you can see my mouse is directly over the deranged brute. That becomes a little bit of a problem. If I had any feedback about the UI of the game, it would be that overstacked units are hard to target. Can you target the stat box? Let me try, actually. I always try and target the thing itself, but let me try and... No, it doesn't look like you can target the stat box. Sorry. It's just end flame pass turn then? It was not the thing I did. At least it shouldn't have been, evidently. It'll work out in the end, but... Lost a lot of our damage due to that. Good thing we had the dazed. No, I'm fine with all of these. And those two. Gain an artifact, some money in this. There are so many different rage relics that I desperately want right now, so I'm going to be going over this way. Apply rooted to enemy units when they enter the room below the pyre floor. Cards with consume chance have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. 50% chance to be discarded instead on what? Like Alloy of the Ancients exclusively? Not that great. Hey, when are you going to join the NLSR, Seraph? I don't know NL or any of the people in the NLSS. I've raided a couple of their streams after finishing my own stream, but I don't actually know any of them. I would love that though. That would definitely be like the highlight of my life up until that point. If that ever happens, that would be. Whew. Raiding NL is like a teardrop in the ocean. Well, I haven't raided NL. I've raided Dumdog, Sinvicta. I haven't raided Justin. I have raided Nick, although Nick is not technically part of the NLSS crew at this point, but is definitely in that universe. Is that it? I think that might be it. I miss Nick. Me too. Anna knows you though, who's referenced you in Aspire vid. I have seen that. I've mentioned before that when I was told that, and then when I looked at it, the first time that it happened, because it has happened now multiple times. The first time that it happened, I like burst into tears like instantly. and Pete came into the room and he was like, "Why? This is a good thing. What's wrong?" And I was like, "I can't handle so much." And I just like had like a stone face and just absolute fountains coming out my face. Wind Indulgence just for a little bit less damage taken, I think is fine. Helps my tanky units stay around for a while longer. 50% chance to remove all buff and debuffs from a unit. Fine. Yeah, the beta has been extended, Master Pig, until the 27th. Thank you, Silly, for clearing that up. You're well known for your SCS skills, no doubt about it. Well, it depends, like, in kind of like entertaining commentary circles, like NLs, I guess like Ritos as well, and my own group, I'm known for being good at SCS. But then in like good at STS communities, I'm known as not being good at SCS, but being outsized popular for how bad I am at it. So it depends on who you ask as to whether or not I'm considered good or bad. Hope you never have to endure hard days. Sorry about that, bud. Even though I know it's unrealistic, hopefully you can play together with NL sometime soon, so you can play it for your inspiration for YouTube. I don't need to push that. I was gonna send him a message at one point, but I still haven't been able to work up the courage. There's good at SCS communities and Raps isn't in it. Yeah, it's the the streamers that stream the Slay the Spire constantly. You can probably summon a couple names to mind. I have nothing against them. I think they're all cool. I've hung out in a couple of their chats a fair few times. It's just when I see my name referenced in like SCS communities, like Reddit and stuff like that, it's oftentimes in the context of, I used to watch Rhapsody, but he does X, Y, and Z and isn't this good at blah, 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 and is really bad at this. And it depends on the comment as to how nice they are about it. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, I used to watch Rhapsody, but he's absolute shit at the game. I'm like, oh, thanks. But it usually always follows up with, and now I watch Twitch streamer, Twitch streamer, Twitch streamer. Eh. I don't mind so much anymore. It's more a curiosity to me at this point. It's just, I remember like the start days of the Slay the Spire subreddit where I was one of them. I was one of the people that was like, oh, I used to watch, some other name of a YouTuber. I don't want to put anyone down. But now I watch Rhapsody because he's good at the game. And then the conversation gradually evolved to to me being on the other side of that equation from where I initially was. Let's go with this. Slay for some more damage? I mean, I don't need it, but I do want it. Newt only watches Raps play SCS and thought Raps was pretty good. I can beat Ascension 20 in the game, not constantly, but fairly reliably. I've beaten the Heart in all of those as well. It's, I am by all extents, I think it's fair to say, good at the game, but there are definitely people better than me. Extremely. And I totally acknowledge that. I understand it. It's more just a curiosity to me of going from one position in the discourse in the community to the other. There's more to life than being really, really ridiculously good at STS. Like, I can't think of anything right now, but I'm sure it'll come to mind. Ooh, Branded Warriors. Such a wimpy boy in this fight. One HP, but still 5 armor. Yeah, it's got the 5 armor. It's just like, I'm gonna draw first. Inflame? I have to set up on the top floor and wait for a deranged brute, I think. Give. I need to put more damaging units first so that you can cut through the Gilded Wings early. I mismodded SES. Any chance of it coming back? Yes, it definitely will. It's just not yet. I've been very busy. I haven't been able to say up until this point that I've been very busy because I've had series on the back burner, like a sponsored series on Griftlands, but now I can, which is one of the reasons that it's taken so long to get back to it, because I know that I have another season, another series on the horizon, and then I have the Disco Elysium series ending, and then I have another series after that, and there's a lot. What does Frozen do? Is it the effect for Permafrost? So Frozen is retain, Permafrost is this card will retain itself. So they're different keywords, but yeah, Permafrost applies the Frozen to it. Why not inflame the back boy so he gets more slays off and ramps? I mean, yeah, the deck only does have 8 more cards in it, so in 2 turns time, I'll definitely have a frontliner for the top. Yeah, you're right. It was mostly because I was just trying to set up the Hornbreaker to be a frontliner hero in lack of a Deranged Brute, but the Deranged Brutes will go up there soon. It's fine. Busy Routes makes me happy. It makes me happy as well, Chase the Singe. Uh, that is actually another way I deal with the worst days is just try and work through. And if I don't have the ability to record because like it's not like a fun time to be talking or anything like that, then I'll design thumbnails, I'll, you know, respond to emails, I'll do administrative tasks in the back end, I'll try and revamp the Discord, I'll try and do all of those things on those days. Gives me something to focus on. The fact that, like, you know, I've been streaming a lot more recently is also a large part of that. This has kind of become my, is it too much to... No, it's not too much. This has kind of become like my raison d'etre recently. Is being here and entertaining. Can't really do anything with the Branded Warrior yet. I'm gonna wait for you. I've only played one unit this turn. Oh, and you said your coping was unhealthy? Well, you know, I'll work for... what, like... 8 to 6? And then I will find some way to turn my brain off for the rest of the day. Which is... that's the part that's not necessarily a healthy way of dealing with stuff. Send the boss? Yeah, no, you're right. It'll just be some damage. Well, actually, should it be the boss? No, it should be the light wings. Because then I can kill it with the Hornbreaker, which will get the 40 damage on the Hornbreaker, so that I actually have the ability to possibly kill the Gilded Wing next turn. Could have played a Branded plus Imp for a net gain of +1 energy. I could have, but I didn't have anywhere I wanted to put the Branded earlier. I have an Ascend in hand, right? Yeah, okay, cool. That, and then we Ascend you. Let's go Enflame Alloy. Good. So glad I finally caught one of your streams. You're a great entertainer. I love your content. Thank you, Twaipa123. Much appreciated. Very kind of you to say. Continue with Enflaming, it looks like here. Still just need the armor on the front line, definitely. Dark Deal, yeah, I'll take back my LA Ancients at least. None of those really need to heal here, though. Okay. That'll work. Last turn. Enemies Ascend, train, welcome to the testosterone room. Yeah. Look at all these pectoral muscles up here on the top floor. Damn. You're chunky. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait another turn before I can actually ascend my Deranged Brute again. So instead, this is gonna kind of just become basically the same as the last turn. How come only the top floor gets all the pecs? Show mid-floor some love too sometime? I do! Very momentarily, before I then ascend those pecs to a different floor. Does that count? No, you didn't give me the pectoral muscles! I was hoping to draw them. Bah humbug. We get so much more damage when the next one comes out as well. I'm not going to draw at the end of that turn, which will guarantee that I get the Deranged Brute in the next hand, because it's the next card. How many pecs does the Deranged Brute have? So the Deranged Brute has obviously like the 2 pectoral muscles up here, but then they also have a set of 8 pectoral muscles below that. They've also got 2 pectoral muscles just like here, kind of like in the crook of the arm. Their legs are clad with giant pectoral muscles. Actually, it's interesting. Their pectoral muscles all the way down. TLDR, all of them. Those buns, not pectoral. Those buns are fresh baked from God's bakery, y'all. So you're saying every limb is a torso? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. The holdover, nothing really left to do here. I'm gonna send you. Hell's Bakery, that is? Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot which game I'm playing. Alright. That'll do. If you had to restart your channel, what would you do differently now with your current knowledge? Well, I would definitely start out with Fortnite content. I mean, that's clear. Probably get into like a lot of drama, you know, sling some insults at some bigger YouTubers until they take notice of me so that I can grow my channel through that kind of thing. I think I'd probably be focusing on trying to get like a Raid Shadow Legends kind of sponsorship at that point. That seems like a decent idea. Hey, Deranged Root got an upgrade. Let's go to the run summary there. See, YouTube.